Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, so this lesson is going to be about true treasure here on earth. And the true treasure here on earth is the wisdom and understanding of the Bible. See, we got the Bible, and many other people have a Bible on your granny's coffee table collecting dust. But just because they have a Bible doesn't mean they have understanding. Doesn't mean they have wisdom. They just have the scrolls, the scriptures, but they lack understanding. It's just sitting there being useless. But when you crack it open and you read and you study and the Lord is guiding you and you get understanding and you get the correct doctrine, that's when it becomes treasure. Otherwise, it's just nothing. All right, just pages with words on them. But when you apply the word to your life and you get the understanding, it's treasure, because it means that, say you understand who you are and you have wisdom and you're guided by the Holy Spirit and you have an opportunity for salvation. All right. That's what makes it treasure, because everything we have here in this world, in life, we can't take it with us into the kingdom. So whatever we gather, I don't care if you have $1 trillion, you can't take it with you in the kingdom. All right. The story of the rich man, when he talked to Yahweh Shai told him to sell everything he had and follow him. He couldn't do it. It's hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. It's hard to give that up, or it's hard to deal with the peer pressure of life. The spoils of this world. Will feed into all your lust, and that ultimately destroys you. But really, the true riches are the scriptures and the understanding. Proverbs 2:4. If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand that the fear of Yahweh, and find the knowledge of God. For Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. So if you search for silver, all right, like you're searching for a hidden treasure, you should do that for wisdom. All right. You got these treasure hunters, these people that search for treasure, and you got these archaeologists that are looking for the next big find, to uncover something. They spend hours and hours of just learning history and searching for ancient artifacts and things of that nature. Like, these people put a lot of effort into that, and you're supposed to put just as much effort into seeking after knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right, because that ultimately is what pleases the Most High, Yahweh. That pleases the Lord when you search after Him, because you're really searching His face and building a relationship with Him. All right, because that's what you should want. He is the Father. All right, and He's our Father, and we're His firstborn. So we should have a relationship with Him. This is our whole duty of life anyway. Like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. All right, this is the whole duty of man. Proverbs 1:7. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. All right, they despise wisdom and instruction. Like I say, man, one One of the scariest words you could tell a nigga is the word order, because niggas hate order. They hate order. They hate instruction. They hate to be told what to do. They hate it. All right, because they can't deal with that. It takes too much discipline. That's another word. Too much discipline and order. It scares a nigga off because they can't handle it. All right, they cannot handle that. Jake really hates to be in order. That's why they're so rebellious. All right, but when you apply wisdom, you understand how rich you are because you understand how poor this world is. When you understand what real poverty is when you see people who lack understanding. Verse 8 says, My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. All right, so you don't forsake the law of thy mother. What is that talking about? Let's get it. Wisdom of Solomon 7:11. It says, all good things come together. All good things together come to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands, and I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew. Get out of here! Salakia. And it says, and I rejoice in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. All right, so it's talking about wisdom, and when you look up wisdom in the Greek, there's a name there, and the name is Sophia. All right, so it's the mother is talking about the wisdom. All right, because having this woman, this wisdom, is like the treasure. All right, it's what you want to seek after. All right, it's what you want to have. It's the relationship you want. All right, it's the riches, the innumerable riches that you have to seek after. This is the woman you chase, not the ones in them streets. This woman. Verse 14, for she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friends of God, being commended for the gifts that come from learning. All right, so scriptures talk about that give attendance to reading until I return, roughly paraphrasing. So, you give attendance to reading, studying. The scriptures say, study to show thyself approved. So, we do what we have to do to prove to the Lord, that we're worthy of salvation. Okay? And we have to cleave on to her, which is wisdom. All right? Because wisdom is where your treasure is. All right? That's because it is the true treasure. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.